Okay, let's break this one down. We're in the key of C minor, and the chords is really just a vamp on the C. And then the motion, the turnaround, goes from A flat to E flat, B flat to F. Now for those chord voicings, I'm making the decision to play them as fourths because it just creates a smoother motion in the hand. There's less chance of me creating a squeaking noise with my hand because you're moving just... If I did it like this, I can already hear it driving me nuts. I can already hear my fingers scraping on it. So when I do it this way, it's much easier to control the finger noise between the chords. Also, the motion should be bum, bum, dum, bum, should move down between those chord changes. And if I do it in the root version, it's like I don't have the low E flat on the guitar, so you wind up with... And that just doesn't sound as cool to me as doing it like this. Same thing with this moment in it where instead of playing, if I do the whole motion, the sliding of the fingers, you're going to get more string noise. So I just do it. And you don't really notice it because you really want the C to be the meat of the note. And it kind of creates that, like, there might be two guitars playing kind of vibe. You've got that, the low note, and then you have the chords above it. So that's the rhythm part. So in this, we're really just focusing on the flat 5, and I'm kind of playing this ascending lick the same way every time throughout the solo so that you see it in all the different locations on the neck. And that's just straight up the scale. The kind of cool thing about it is that it doesn't start on the downbeat. 2, 3, 4, 1. And so that's like a phrasing thing that it's good to remind yourself of, that you want to create some variety around how you start your phrases. So starting on something other than the downbeat can be really effective in terms of making a statement with your phrase. So, so that's it. That's the first octave. That's the second octave. And then on the way back down, I'm favoring this fingering. Right? Instead of getting back into this, I'm doing it more here. And you see the licks are just kind of... And the vibe there is that I'm usually hammering or pulling off as I get through that flat 5. So on the way up, kind of a slide. And on the way down, pull off. Etc., etc. So then I'm into the next octave and I do the exact same thing. Okay, so now I'm using the flat 5 as the neighbor note here at the top. And there again, I'm favoring that finger on the way down. Okay, so then I'm here in C, right, I'm here by the box, so I spend a little time here. And I do two different versions of the neighbor note. One is from the 4, and then I do from the 5. And one of the things that you see me do sometimes is that I kind of use the flat 5 as a neighbor note from nowhere. So instead of kind of coming from it, I'd actually come to it from somewhere else. Like, so that you'll hear me play that kind of lick a lot. So there, it's kind of like, and so it's neighboring the 4, but it's really kind of like a delayed passing note because, and that's one of those things that I've kind of come around to as a strategy for getting the phrases to wind up right. So you get that kind of phrase out of it. And you hear I'm kind of leaning into the swing throughout this entire exercise. And that's something I encourage you to play with, is like how deep you can lean into the kind of underlying swing that's going on in this track. So when I'm done there, now I'm into the last stretch and I'm going to get all the way to the top. And that's the same licks, and the fingering is just like the one we did at the very beginning. And then you're done. But the kind of the added benefit of this entire flat 5 exercise is that we're getting this C minor pentatonic, including the flat 5, kind of all the way from the lowest point on the neck to the highest point of the neck, pretty much just using this one shape. You've got it everywhere now. So if you get that, you'll at least have that one lick everywhere you can play it on the neck in the key of C minor when you're done. So there you go, have some fun with it.